Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Knowledge Hub. Now everyone is in this race to speak English fluently, grabbing, absorbing words, and they are just uttering words like a machine. But apart from speaking English in a better way, you have to master its natural rhythm so that you can look confident, not only confident but natural also. So what should be, for example, if I lost or if I lose all my spoken skills right now, I don't know grammar, I don't know the rules and regulations, I am a blank person. Just imagine I am a blank person and I want to start and initiate my journey, my English language journey right now. What kind of roadmap, realistic and practical roadmap I would follow? Because I am not going to give you the long list of words, vocabulary words, tips and tricks. So this video I have observed and I have calculated some of the things, only 5 to 6 things which I will share with you after discussing and after having interaction and conversation with many learners. So what are those things and how you can directly go back to and go towards your destination in spite of having in the whirlpool of anxiety and depression? So my dear audience, just clear all your doubts, get out of the mess and get set ready for this video, because this video can be a turning point for you. Because for so many academic years, you have to comment in comment section that how many years you have dedicated for English language in terms of academic years, in terms of your practical personal practice. So after all our education is based on English. Still we are not fluent. So what's the reason? The real reason and the turning point and the very first point I would like to discuss here is that you have to start your English language journey by understanding, by just adapting your ears towards English language. You have trained your eyes. What we are doing when we are writing, we are training our eyes. When you are reading, what you have done, when you have taken your written exam, you have done your test of eyes. You have trained your eyes, but not the ear. So it's the right time for you to train your ears. Devote yourself first for understanding this natural rhythm of language. Don't rush for grammar, grammatical rules, verbs and adverbs and pronunciation. No, not at all. Just listen, and it's advisable if with listening you can read also. Now first you have to read and read only and listen as well. After all, switch off the subtitles and choose the only and close your eyes and listen. Now you would be in the better position to listen the rhythm, the natural rhythm, how the words are coming out of the mouth, what kind of musical flow they are following, because English is not a monotonous language. It is not going in a very straight line. No, it's just like heartbeat. Sometimes up, sometimes down, sometimes rising, sometimes falling. So how can we master this? Because sometimes people speak and they speak in a very monotonous way, boring. And some speakers are very attractive. Why attractive? They follow this natural rhythm. So adapted your ears first to English language. Listen as much as you can. You can listen whenever you are free. But even if you are not free, if English is compulsory part of yours, you have to stack this habit with your brushing teeth. Have you forgotten brushing your teeth? Have you forgotten washing your teeth? No. It's your activity, it's your habit. Now you have to join this habit with listening habit every day. When you are brushing your teeth, just listen 5 minutes, 3 minutes video. When you are just washing your face, listen in a loud way what you want to listen. Any motivational, it can set the tone for your morning, because morning hours, morning moment is very much compulsory to set up the tone for you. Number second, the most important thing is you are not expected to learn all the words of English language and literature. No, not at all. You are not expected to be a scholar. The first thing is that you have to understand, you have to learn only 500 to 1000 high frequency words. Now what are those high frequency words? Used in daily life, like cook, eat, sleep, drink, like this, that, there, these kind of high frequency words which are commonly used in English language. Because common conversation only have this, you can say, capacity to enable you to speak at your ease. If you can't speak English. Now the third point is thinking is very much difficult. Now you have to think directly in English. For example, if you see an object like pencil, I have seen a pencil. This is an object. I don't have to translate anything. Object, then English thought, and then fluency. For example, this is a pencil. It is very short pencil, and my son has given it this distorted shape, but I will use it for just writing my ideas on my register for my audience. So only object, English thought, and then you have to speak. This is the result and actual way. Now number fourth is, what is your number fourth? Number fourth is that now you have to train your mouth as well simultaneously, because this is the biggest mistake of English learner, that they wait for the perfect moment when their grammar would be right, when their pronunciation would be right, when they have absorbed list of the words, then they would speak. No, not at all. You have to speak from the very first day, from the very first word, from the very first line which you have learnt. For example, and the most important thing I am going to discuss here is that please don't force the words into your sentences. For example, there I give you an example of 3 words like hungry, starving, famished. These are the 3 degrees of hungry. Now hungry, you cannot replace hungry with starving and famished, because hungry is when we are normally want to eat something, and starving means when you haven't eaten something for days, like in desert, and famished means you are near to death, near the end of your life. So how can you replace? So from the very first day, it's compulsory for you to just know the meaning of the word, the nature of the word, and in which circumstances this word can be spoken, in which situation this word is suitable. Don't force every word in order to look glossy, in order to look like a dictionary that we have mastered so many idioms and phrases and phrasal verbs and literary words, and you want to just appear to be scholar. No, not at all. If you want to create an impression, you can create an impression with simple words, with accurate words, in accurate situation. And the last and the most important thing is your consistency. Consistency means a lot. A lot means a lot. You cannot crack, you cannot achieve anything without consistency. You have to speak every single day, whether you want or not, whether you do or not, whether you are doing anything or not. You have to speak every single day, whatever you are doing. And the most important thing, don't describe daily habits. No, you have to describe one novel activity I am going to represent before you, and that is to describe the reason of your emotions. Sometimes we are angry, sometimes we are sad, sometimes we are overwhelmed, sometimes we are depressed. Now you have to describe the reason of your emotion, why you are in that state. And this is your daily habit to describe. Whether you are scrolling for social media and you are coming across and you are becoming too emotional, you have to describe why you are becoming emotional. What is the real reason behind your emotion? Why you are in that state right now? If you are able to describe all these things, if you are able to practice all these things for the next 6 months, because before the end of 6 months you can change your word. Just vanish, just disappear from the scene and prove yourself, prove your worth, because it is in your hand. Until and unless time is in your hand, you can achieve anything, and before the time is gone. Happy learning.